toastmasters, and honored guests. It was April of 1970. Somewhere in the bush in Vietnam, Patrick Locke had been humping for 6, 7 days. They had been in a firefight, and through the course of that fight, it jammed a punji stick in his leg. But they couldn't get out of the bush. So there's no choice. You had to walk. What will you do? What will you do? All of a sudden, the group stops. "3-5 Romeo, send 3-5 up here." "Hey, Sarge, I want you up front." "All right, what's going on now?" "5-0, 3-5's on the way up." Trudges to the front of the line. What in the world could be going on now? We hadn't had resupply for 4 to 5 days. They had to drop our resupply through the trees. Trees were about 150 feet high. It was triple canopy jungle. No way out. My knee was swollen up about the size of a huge baseball. Every step, I could feel the pain just driving through my leg. But there was no choice. What are you going to do? Sit down and wait for something? The bus wasn't coming. So here I go, trudging up to the front of the line. "What's going on, OT?" "Come here. We got a clearing up here." So I limp up to the front and I take a look. Sure enough, a clearing. Looked like a 1,000-pound bomb crater is what it was, but it was a clearing. And as I scanned around the clearing and looked at it, wow, I thought to myself, I think I can get a helicopter in here. I looked around, but there was one tree sticking right up in the corner. All of a sudden, my hopes went. I thought, oh man, what am I going to do? Then, instinct took over. Where's my RTO? Send him up here. Tell everybody to bring all their C4 up. Get Ellen up here. This tree is going to come out. The lieutenant took and started setting up a perimeter for us. Everybody started bringing their explosives up. I looked at the tree, this thing was huge. How in the world, what are we going to do with this thing? So in about a minute and a half or two, I had enough explosives at my feet to blow half the world apart. I thought, this thing's got to come out of here. And it was all I could do to stand there, because every time I moved my leg, the pain would just shoot up and down my leg. It was hard to even think. Here comes the guys. "Sarge, what do you need?" I said, "Oh, we got to get this tree out of here. Get up there and put a kicker up top, drop the line down." Okay, Sergeant, I'm on it. Grabs a couple of bars of C4, heads up the tree. Get the other guys start taking their machetes, whacking a little V groove around the tree. This tree's like 3 foot in diameter, big teakwood tree. Pack this thing with C4, wrap it all around. Alan's up top. He looks down at me. I look up. Oh. Let him go a little bit higher. He goes a little bit higher. Puts the kicker on, drops it down, he's back down the tree. Load the thing up. Get everybody down. Boy, when that thing went off, it was like a rocket. Imagine this tree 100 and some feet high. When that thing blew, this thing left the ground like a rocket and came straight back down. And when it came back down and hit the stump, it was a thud that shook the ground. And then when that kicker went off on top, that tree just started rolling down, and I thought, oh yes, we got it. Okay, now, tell my RT, get Blackjack on the line. He's flipping his radio around. He finds the helicopter pilot. Sarge, I got him on the line. Blackjack 5-0, this is Foxtrot 3-5, over. 3-5, this is Blackjack. Blackjack, what's your ETA? Approximately 5 mics, that's minutes. 5 mics will be on site. Roger. Get everything ready. A few seconds later, I hear the helicopter coming over the top. Helicopter comes down. He starts dropping down inside. Just barely enough room to get his blades in. He gets down, he comes down and hits the ground. I throw all my stuff on the helicopter and jump on. He starts pulling the helicopter up out of there. He gets about halfway up and it won't go any higher. It won't go any higher. It's sitting there. It won't go any higher. He drops it back down again. He comes back up again. It won't go any higher. I'm thinking, we ain't getting out of here. Not gonna get out of here. I'm gonna have to get off, and he's gonna have to take off and leave me here. So he gets the thing up, and he drops the collective pitch on that helicopter, and the helicopter just kind of felt like it was dropping out of the air, and I thought we were going to crash. And then he just pulls up on the collective, and that thing kind of bounced off the ground down there, and it starts coming up real slow, and it's coming up, and it's coming up, and it's coming up, and I thought, oh, it's got to get out of here. But it started shaking, and it wouldn't make it all the way to the top, just a little by little. And then suddenly you could see over the top of the trees. And he takes the thing and he turns it sideways and it starts moving away, and then he tipped it forward and it was gone and we were out! Thank God we were out. That was fast.